Hi, welcome to Fun Science with Rohini. The Tell Me Why of today is, why do we have a deja vu experience? Deja vu can be described as been there, seen that. Even when you visit a place for the first time, you feel as if you have been there sometime in your past and seen that object or seen that building uh, earlier. You may not have seen it before, but you have that experience of being there and seeing that. Uh, Forts, chandeliers, anything can be taken as an example. Now, why does this deja vu happen? Normally, every day, when the information is being processed, when you look at something and you are capturing the information, the picture or the fort or the chandelier or the book, anything, first hits your eye, is captured by your eye. It's the organ that can see. And the information is passed on to the brain first. And after the brain processes the information, it is stored in your memory. Information enters your brain through the eye. From the brain, after the brain processes the information as a book or as a fort or as a chandelier, the information is sent and stored in the memory cells. But what happens during a deja vu experience is, instead of the eye sending the information to the brain and the brain processing it first, there is some miscommunication somewhere, and the information hits the memory cells first. That means it is first stored in the memory cell and then sent back to the brain. It is a miscommunication. Instead of it going to the brain and then the memory cells, it goes to the memory cells and then is sent back to the brain. So therefore, the brain feels that it is retrieving the information from memory and not gathering the information for the first time. Because of this miscommunication, your brain interprets the thing as being already seen because it's coming from the memory cells. That's how a deja vu happens. And I will also like to tell you a little effect associated with memory. It is called next in line effect. Whenever a person is next in line for a presentation or for a stage performance or for a big act or for introducing themselves for the first time in a class or some important event wherein they are going public or wherein they are standing in front of an audience and saying something, they have very little recall. They have very little memory of the things or people they met just before their presentation is on. So when a person comes up to you and says, "Sorry, I couldn't understand what you told me because I was next in line," they mean that they were going through the panic or anxiety of their own presentation and they could not store the information being given by you properly in their memory. So they have very little memory of that event or that conversation. They have very little recall of, they talk to you well, they smile, they give all the appropriate gestures and they keep nodding their, yes, it happened, and like that, but they have very little recall of what happened. And this, or immediately after the performance also, they are in such an excited state and they are still in that high strung state wherein they are going through little bits of their own performance, that they don't have a recall of things that happened immediately after their performance or just before their performance. So that is called next in line effect. This is one of the memory effects that are there in science. And this can happen to anybody, even little children who are about to go onto the stage. Of course, they don't have any memory of talking to the person who's before them, but it happens most of the time when we are next in line for giving a presentation. Thank you.